you go.
Go back. Oh, wow, huh? You
Yeah.
talk. What's a paladin?
I don't know what a paladin is, but
First of all, welcome to Dragon Talk.
oh hi, how are you guys doing today? Did you guys subscribe yet? No. Okay. Did you like? No, you didn't do that either. Did you comment?
Please?
Okay. Did you hit that bell though? Did you tolla the bell to get our further content? Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll just extend it. I'll extend it. I see you haven't hit it yet. 3.5. 4. I'm sorry, I just got a phone call. Hello? Yes? No, I'm not Greg. Yes, you have the wrong number? Alright, 5! Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. I'm sure you've done all the above. If you haven't yet, I'll give you another...
Yeah, I'm right there with him.
Just give you another 2 seconds. Just do it.
Just
do it!
And welcome back.
And welcome, guys. This is new, I guess. What are we doing?
Okay, so here we go. First of all, I recommend this site heavily to people who do not understand, or at least they need some ideas or concepts when coming with a character and they're just blank with it. The name of the site is called Tetra, right? Tetra-cube.com/D&D. And then they'll have a D&D character generator option there for you.
Oh.
And literally, it does its best thing. And first of all, go ahead and generate character before anything else.
Oh, I thought this was...
No, that's not the character.
So what do we...
You just press the generate character.
Okay.
You generate character, and it gives you options for maybe choosing your class or your race.
Oh, it's a paladin.
Mm-hmm. But I made it so the class was paladin.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
And what we're going to do is we're going to have a character randomized for us, and we're going to spend this entire episode coming up with the character and going over abilities of what this paladin is and what it's capable of. And in turn, you can learn exactly what a paladin is, and we can learn together. So let's look. I'm going to move over here. That way I can get a good look at what was rolled for us on this site. The name of our paladin is Ront. R-O-N-T. Is it a girl?
Non-binary.
You can't tell if it's a girl or a boy, and they don't care, apparently.
Yep.
So, Ront is a paladin of the Oath of Treachery.
Whoa!
A symbol. She has a symbol with her that is an unblinking eye, meaning that you are ever alert to all threats against your cause.
Only against your cause, remember that. If someone's trying to stab you in the throat, you won't see it coming.
Mm-hmm. She has a temptation, which means that she's tempted by shit, I guess. She's in its fury. When your anger is aroused, you have trouble thinking straight, and you fear you might do something you'll regret. She became a paladin because of a fantastical being appeared before her and called her to undertake a holy quest. She is exceptionally ugly.
Apparently. I guess that's why she's non-binary. Or he.
They don't care.
They don't care. They don't know.
She has a high ability of intelligence, and she has a low ability of concentration. You're a paladin.
I mean, she could be a sick paladin.
That's how you make unique characters. You do random stats, I guess. So there you go. She's not the most constitutional character, but she's smart. She values aspiration, loyal to a benefactor, patron, or employer. Trinket, she has a mechanical canary inside a gnomish lamp. That is incredibly specific.
That is. Where did she get it from? Who knows?
That's exactly what we can come up with. Let's start off with that. Where did she get that shit?
Let's say she came across someone she was helping. She helped save their village from an orc invasion specifically by probably, let's say, getting herself captured. And as a parting gift, a gnome crafted her specifically this mechanical canary inside of their lamp.
As a little friend. And
to keep her company.
She's very much a lonely orc.
Oh yeah.
She travels alone
on
holy quests.
She probably went to that village to save them, not really knowing that was the initial quest that her holy patron gave her.
Not realizing she had to slaughter her own kind. Or help the people.
Or help the people not die.
One way or the other, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So now that we have the base stuff, there is a plethora of stuff below that we can work with. So we already know she's an orc, non-binary, the class. Background is
Courtier. I don't know that one by heart at all.
I'll pull that up while you keep
Alrighty.
looking at stuff.
Her occupation is a priest, which makes sense. Yeah? Yeah?
She was a priest, I guess, at one point.
Makes sense. Talent, great with animals, so you would have a high animal handling. You would probably be proficient at that. Her mannerism is very interesting. Speaks in rhyme or in some other peculiar way. That's a very interesting one to have a character trait like that. It would just be interesting to try to constantly speak without making a squeak.
Hopefully,
I sheath my sword
please don't tweak. I don't know.
before I cast Dragon's Horde.
Okay, that was actually not bad.
The limbs you lost you cannot afford. You will die by my sword. I mean, she probably speaks like that.
well, maybe she speaks like that when she's about to enter combat.
Yeah, or she probably just speaks in riddles in general just to
confuse.
Maybe, or maybe she's not intentional. Maybe it's just how she learned how to speak from whomever.
Well, a courtier is, in your early days, you were a personage of some significance in a noble court. Basically, she was somehow attached to the noble court. I'm not going to go into all this, but that would make the most sense.
Paladin, priest, nobility. Wow, she's been around, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And one flaw or secret that she has, she is envious of other creatures. It doesn't specify what, so that means that can be anything. That could be a dragon, even a kobold.
She wants something that something else has.
Of their possessions or their station, meaning their position in life, which is interesting.
It could be orcs.
It's a very interesting flaw to have. You would definitely have to work out how that would happen. I presume I would really just go based on how the campaign's going, and I would start to use that affliction or that flaw whenever I see something that probably like, oh, my friend, one of our PCs has like a sword of flames that came from your paladin oath, and it wasn't gifted to you, and now you're fuming because they have it and not you, but you don't say anything.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's something that I think as individuals we all have our things that either tick us off or make us work. It's just how we deal with it. It's from what you say, what a flaw is just like from what he is describing. She has that in her. Does she act upon that or does she not? That's different.
I mean, because her other flaw is fury, so
she could be. She could just be angry all the time.
Mm-hmm. And that would really mostly heavily involve your background. So go ahead and just make something based on that. I would probably say that the amount of things she's had to deal with after she's went on this holy crusade probably wasn't what she expected, and her fury was built from this holy quest that she's not even too sure about. She has a hidden rage due to this holy quest, this trek that she's been on. She has been separated from her tribe. She has been cut off from ever making a full firm contact with another person until she joins the venturing party. You know? I mean, but it still could linger regardless of whether she's with a group or not. She's probably still not used to it, and it's too much for her to handle all the time, and
it's one of those things where she's alone.
She's
been alone and dealing with all these thoughts and with everything that's been going on with her. She hasn't felt like she's had the opportunities to prove herself like she should.
Yeah. Poof. Okay, let's go. She has another trait here on this generator that says you are the victim of a curse or polymorph spell, which means she probably wasn't even orc the entire time.
God, that's a twist. See, this site's so good, man. Tetra-cube.com/D&D.
This
really
could be
good.
her fury right there and then. You have it. Boom. As soon as she got this Holy Crusade, or maybe before that, or maybe this Holy Crusade is to cure her of this ailment.
Or the god that she became a paladin of
Is of
Put
an
that on
orcish nature.
could. It could be of Orca's nature, but also basically put that on her, basically saying, this is your test. How do you fix this?
Exactly. Do you deal with it? Do you get angry? Like how your technical...
That's literally the character right there.
You're pissed because you're actually on this quest. You don't want this quest. But every time you wake up, you're guided towards some destination. You have a drive and an urge. And it almost pains you to not fix this problem that you do not know of. Honestly, this
Really
can
good stuff. That's
definitely...
really great. That makes the character right there. Let's go back down. We already have these. Go back down still. Let's look at the nemesis. Apparently she has a nemesis of a high priest who sees you as a misguided fool and wants you to abandon your religion. Damn, what an enemy to have.
And that's probably someone you worked with in the past that you probably have went to their church and you started talking. They came to you, but they don't innately tell you that they're furious about this and that they're not open about this maybe, and they're slowly working in the background. This could be a background character that your DM can play off of that is constantly trying to thwart your crusade. So whenever you have a mission, say for instance, they just flip the signs in a road that says leading to this place or leading to that place, you guys end up going down this path. And meanwhile, he's like, yes, you stupid fools, you are laying right into my trap. That is a very, very interesting one right there.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's amazing. I think that gives the DM NPCs right off the bat that they can work with, that can interact with your character. Physical traits, we'll just go over that. It's not that serious. Age 23, height 6'3", weight 241 pounds. Then this is what we're talking about when we're talking about getting these slight, small details around for your character that can help you mold your character.
Because many of the times people don't even know how their characters look, which
is
it's tough.
It's not easy. We're not saying this is easy. What we're saying is it's something that can help you indefinitely. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go weird. You have to go to you.
It's
go
because
to
it's sometimes hard to literally imagine what a character looks like because we don't see human models most of the time. When you look in our heads, we usually see cartoonish characteristics of these characters, and it doesn't really shape well into a real life character.
Once you start putting features and putting ideas of, you can imagine them right in front of you, you can not only help yourself, but you can help your DM. That is the best thing you can do for a DM. Help them imagine
because
what
having
you're
that
imagining.
distinct yellow eye feature that constantly drips, that can be a turn on or a turn off for some people. That could be like that weird person is like, ooh, I love that drippy eye thing, or it's like,
going back to the last episode when he described Jack Truth, it was so easy for me to play with Jack Truth because I knew Jack Truth from the get-go. He had already described what he looked like. He had already given me a background where I had an idea. I can imagine him, and we had the same thought or the same look of that character because he gave me enough of physical descriptions where I could see him.
Yeah, black, red, and yellow hair, I believe?
Yeah, I believe you had the most
black, yellow, black. It was black, white, and red.
Yeah, you had, because your original color was red, and then you changed to black and white, but you still have hints of red.
Exactly.
Because of it was really good.
It was really cool. But, yeah.
Skin bluish gray, interesting. But some works have that weird skin color, and hair is black. And then you can obviously change like these small details to whatever you want. This is just giving you help. This is to help you come up with an idea.
Or you keep randomizing until you find something you like.
Exactly. You don't have to go with this. We're just going with what's in front of us at the moment. Trait, this is from her background. And when you choose backgrounds with this, it gives you ideas. It gives you, like, how.
Yeah.
So, this is from the courtier background. I always want to know how things work and what makes people tick. That's a trait. Ideal, community. It is the duty of all civilized people to strengthen the bonds of community and the security of civilization. Lawful idea. Bond. One day I will return to my guild and prove that I am the greatest artisan of them all. Flaw. I'm quick to assume that someone is trying to cheat me. Now, we cannot take any of these and just go with the basic concept, but I love the fact that this site gives you
it gives you
options.
examples. If anything, you can roll on the charts that is already available.
You can literally, you see these blocks right here? It has a lock on these classes and races. You can lock it if you like a certain parts or like certain things, and then randomize other things. So, and you can just literally sit there, have everything else detailed out, and just randomize the background.
Oh, there you go, guys.
It's really great.
Yeah, you guys
This
like
is, and I'm not here to just tote this site. I just think it's really great and useful for people who need help. And then there's the last part, which is life. She's obviously, I think we already put that in our minds that she was lawful good by the description before, but that is just alignment. How I view alignment is that it shouldn't be a thing. I don't think of it as a thing. I just think of people as characters. People play the characters as they want. If you want an alignment to make your character, more power to you. That's why it's there. But I don't see alignment personally. I see characters. I see a person or a thing playing the certain ways.
It depends, because sometimes you could, like, we have, like with our online session, we have many people who just want to go evil.
And that's just how it is. People just sometimes like playing that side of things, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's how you interact as a player yourself and how you separate yourself out. It doesn't make it different or does it make it the same. It's debatable. Birthplace, apparently you were born on a field.
That sucks, maybe.
Absent parents. Your parents disappeared in an unknown fate.
Which they probably left you in that field.
Mm-hmm. Family lifestyle squalid.
So whoever picked you up was also broke.
Pretty much. Childhood home, an apartment in a rundown neighborhood.
Which was probably close to that field that they found you in.
Pretty much. I had a few close friends and lived in an ordinary childhood. So even though it seems that she had a pretty rough upbringing at the get-go, she seemed to be okay with it. She didn't have any trauma as a child.
That's interesting. You could have been a short race.
You could have been.
And then all of a sudden you're tall.
You could have been like a halfling.
Yeah, that would be a very interesting one to go from, to change it, to race size change difference.
To kind of be adjusting to the size of your height now. I like it. Life events. Someone important. You met an important elf who is friendly towards you. I guess you have like a best friend. I think that's what I would qualify as that. Your best friend's an elf of some sort. Enemy. You made an enemy of a human, but you have a lot of enemies apparently.
Yeah, I mean,
because
you're probably an enemy hater.
A priest and a human barbarian. And then it gives you an option to roll if you want to have certain traits for him. But I feel like you can, if that's what you want to stick with, you can create that yourself. A job. You spent time working in a job related to your background. Start the game with an extra 2d6 GP, gold. And then it's got the trinket. We already know what that trinket is.
Yep.
So we have an idea on what our character is. We created it just by just like 2 or 3 different things that were on this thing. This character was transformed into an orc and given a quest to pretty much figure out if you want to stick this way, if you like being this, or if you want to change it.
And who knows? It would be an interesting feat to see your parents in your changed form.
How they interact with you?
Yeah, like this was probably, who knows, this could have been leading up to meeting your parents, and then once you meet them as an orc, how they react to your feature, your presence, and like, no, this cannot be my baby. But then you describe everything that has happened and occurred, and who knows, they could have been watching you as a kid, but then suddenly you disappeared from their radar.
And then this character's popping up like, I'm
that kid.
And she's a lawful good character. She's just out to do right by her patron and to find out why she has been given this fate.
This high cheekbones.
And there's nothing more else to this. I think you can...
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead,
Since
what?
it's non-binary, right? I feel as if you are probably a different gender before you were even polymorphed in general.
You could be a girl or a boy. And then when you were changed...
You probably had the features of both.
Which is interesting. God, I like that. It's really weird, but I like weird. I like weird a lot. We're those players that like thrive off of weird and cool.
Wow.
And this is an example of weird and cool.
That's why you're non-binary, because you're the opposite gender completely, but you don't feel like that because you were born a different way.
Absolutely.
And then changed into your opposite gender, and now you're just trying to adjust to that fact, and it's...
Yeah, it's a little rough, right?
That's a hard thing to deal with.
It's a bargain that no one wants to make.
No.
Just to give you an example of this, we will have this, once I put this audio and video form, we will have this picture itself of the character that we rolled up. And as we are going over the descriptions of that, we will post it up there for you. But now that we have our character, took us about 20 minutes to go over the things, we have our character, which what we were looking for as an example to give you. We're going over the effects and the things that a paladin has. So let's go over it and see what paladins are.
All right. So, honestly, that kind of gave you the gist of how a paladin begins their story, because that's a very good prime example, I feel. We did a very well job. Go ahead and give ourselves a pat on the back.
I think we did great.
Oh, yeah. But as far as that sickly goes, man, that's a crippler.
Yeah, the Constitution might be the thing that breaks it, but it also gives. I think it's something we would stick with. Would we recommend you using that? No,
please
something
don't.
We would do as players because we like making weird builds.
Having the crutches, those crutches, like it
can make good moments for you,
Yeah.
man, while you're playing the game. I believe a good example of that would be the fact that what I described with Nancy, right?
Yeah.
I was the one who shouldn't be making dex saves. She's a drunkard. She stumbles all the time. She's always drunk. That's how she gets her powers. So she's over here stumbling and dodging these acids by stumbling drunkly. It's just hilarious. And it wouldn't be a thing if I didn't make that boon or bane for her. A boon and a bane are different things.
Yeah.
A bane for her.
You always gotta have one.
Let's go over Paladin, sorry.
Paladins, take it a D10. Oh yeah, they're proficient in all armors and shit, and they have shields. Weapons. They got simple weapons, martial weapons. They're saving those wisdom and charisma now. They choose 2 skills: athletics, insight, intimidation, medicine, persuasion, and religion. Yeah. That's really good. That's pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So, that basically you can kind of build whatever it is you want.
If we're working out the character that we have, right? I'm going to put this character in my character sheet real quick.
Or
and build along with
her.
She is an orc paladin. Keep going while I should do
You know what? Actually, let's call this a build along.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I really do.
This is we just made that up, guys.
Okay,
a build along.
As an orc, you get base stats that are just not that great. She's not a half orc, she's an orc. So she has a -2 to intelligence, but she's supposed to be really intelligent.
I mean, she remember she was born something else.
What are we going to make her what she was born?
What gives you intelligence?
I think gnomes do.
Let's go with that.
We'll go with gnomes.
She was born a gnome. A norm?
Yep, because gnomes get +2 to intelligence.
She would get her statistics. Okay, so the way we would build this is, once again, you have to work with your DM for this.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that you get the statistics of a a gnome, but the traits of an orc. If that makes sense to you guys.
That makes sense to me. But then again, it's not supposed to be for me, so there you
because
go.
it's you didn't build up in a gnome society. So I feel as if you would not learn the traits that a normal gnome would know. And being that you were switched over, you would lose those natural traits that a gnome would have. So losing the advantage that you would get on magical effects, that would be an extremely tough disposition for you to have, but I feel it would make sense though.
Alright, so I basically put some stats in that make sense for this character and how we're building her. Now, we recommend the exact opposite with Constitution if you're going for a typical build, but this is how we're building the character.
But this is the build along.
Exactly, from what we have that was given to us.
Build along!
So, right now, 16 strength, she has 10 dexterity, 8 constitution, which is a -1, a 16, which will turn into an 18, because she has the gnome statistic that we're adding, and a 12 wisdom with an 18 charisma as well. We're rolling this as if they got good stats. So we have
decent stats, because at 8?
So we have persuasion and insight they automatically get. So we can either choose from athletics, intimidation, medicine, or religion.
I feel she would go religion.
Definitely religion, I saw it too. So
And intimidation because of her fury.
she definitely has an anger issue. So we start off with 9 HP because we have that -1.
Nice.
What kind of weapon are we going to hold?
I would feel she would hold something reminiscent to her smaller stature, because this adjustment is really peculiar for her or him.
It's both, remember? Longsword.
Yes.
Let's go with a longsword. And shield, typical what we would go, longsword, shield, and they have javelins and stuff. So, what's her name again?
I believe it was Runt. They call me Runt.
You can't tell if I'm a girl or a boy.
But it is okay.
We have a lot of characters like that. It's a thing, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a thing, indeed.
It just happens to be this is the one character that actually has both.
This is Rando. Very Rando.
And then, let's start with the leveling up process. I go to level 2, and at level 2 I get a fighting style. So we get defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, or protection. Where are we going to go here?
I think that she would go
Protection?
with protection.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. And then I'm just going to go base HP here. I'm not going to be rolling and stuff.
Oh no.
We get to level 3 and then we choose our archetype. Which was the archetype we chose? Or that was given to us?
Treachery.
Alright, well that's in the
Other stuff.
That's in the other stuff. So let's choose something that we think would be equated to her. So we have redemption, vengeance, devotion. I think devotion's a great one.
I would feel vengeance.
Vengeance over
Because
her patron?
I feel it would be vengeance.
Vengeance against her patron, or
Yeah.
I can see that, and I can also see devotion, because it would take a lot of devotion to be willing to turn yourself into that.
It didn't say it was willing.
We didn't say that, did we? Let's go vengeance. Fuck it.
I would go vengeance.
Alright, so as a level 3, and we're just using this as an example. With different paladins at level 3, you get different things. That's how subclasses work. But we're working off the vengeance. What does vengeance give us?
Alright, you get your channel divinity. You get 2 divinity options. Abjure enemy. As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a pair of denunciation. Using your channel divinity, choose one creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. The creature must make a wisdom saving throw, unless it is immune to being frightened. Fiends and undead have a disadvantage on this saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is frightened for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. While frightened, the creature's speed is reduced to 0. It can't benefit from a bonus action to its speed. Wow. So literally, you get a fear, which fiends and undead get a disadvantage on, and they become frightened, and their speed is reduced to 0, all in one blow.
That's awesome.
That is a very, very powerful utility that literally stops evil in its tracks.
Yeah, from what I can remember, Vengeance is one of the stronger ones.
It seems pretty dang strong. I mean, to have the ability to cast this upon a creature and stop them in their tracks completely, I mean, you guys, it's either an opportunity to run away or think of a strategy to bombard the enemy with an assault and also get my my charger as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Make it quick.
I do.
Yeah, basically what he's saying is that Vengeance is a very incredible option and has very strong effects. I think the fear effect is literally it's one of my favorites. I love that effect. It makes me happy being able to have people run away from me in fear and turmoil.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the greatest thing ever.
Turmoil is amazing.
I have, basically with all these characters that I've played recently, I have something that has an effect that causes people fear. Because Trixie, my wizard that I play on AC2 High, by the way, we'll go ahead and take a small little break to talk about that. It's not going to be anything big, but we'll talk about the Tal'Dorei campaign that we are currently running. If you are familiar with the Tal'Dorei campaign, Tal'Dorei is the Matt Mercer Critical Role setting that he recently came out with several months ago, and we've been running that setting for our own AC2 High live play. AC2 High is the group that we have recently created that is used for our live plays. Live play is just us playing Dungeons and Dragons and you listening along as we create a story of our own creation. Dungeons and Dragons, baby. And we are currently playing Drows, and we are exploring the Drow side of things in Amon, which is the main hub town in the Tal'Dorei region. And that's really all that you really need to know in order to get started. You can just pop in on any episode and pretty much you would be able to understand where we are. But if not, then we have recaps at the beginning of every episode. And we would love for you to come along. Sorry, a little hiccup there. We would love for you to come on over and hang out with us as we play Dungeons and Dragons. And we can learn to grow in this community together. So, other than that, let's go ahead and get back into the Paladin. I went ahead and did that little break thing that we normally do. And we will go over certain things. A little note, as we are building this character, we get 2 extra languages. Orcish, there's no doubt about it that we would just go Orcish there. And then let's just go something, we would just choose another random one. Celestial?
Yeah.
Let's go Celestial.
Able to talk to the angels that descend upon you.
Pretty much.
Casting fireballs. That's the
And
only
shit.
Whoa, they don't shit, dude. And also, now that we're back, we will go over the other channel divinity. You get Vow of Enmity. As a bonus action, you utter a vow of enmity against your enemy creature that you see within 10 feet of you. Using your channel divinity, you gain advantage on attack rolls against that creature for 1 minute or until it hits points drop to 0 or becomes unconscious. Which you still get advantage because it's unconscious. So technically, you still get advantage.
Regardless, you have advantage.
So yeah, no, that's pretty powerful for 1 minute. I mean, that's 10 rounds right there just blasting at this creature.
That's just really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, Vengeance sounds like it's just straight DPS and power.
Uh-huh.
Crowd control. It just sounds strong.
You just say, I vow of enmity, and then you wail on them.
Pretty much.
You wail on their little tiny faces. Bang, bang, bang!
Ow! Ow!
Ow!
And then, we'll move on as we're leveling up this character. That's all we get at level 3, right?
Yeah!
Leveling up to level 4.
We also we get spells, Oath of the Vengeance spells that we get that don't count towards our spells known. Bane and Hunter's Mark.
Oh my god, Hunter's Mark?
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
It is really
That is really good to have.
Hunter's Mark just gives you more damage, more power. I mean, with Vow of Enmity plus Hunter's Mark, I mean, you're
That's
just guaranteed to dish out a lot of damage.
It's DPS, baby.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and you get those spells, pretty much. I think you have the ability to add one more spell, which is a Paladin spell. But Paladins don't really have that many different spells, but the spells that they do have are unique as fuck.
Or you just burn them all and you just smite. Smite.
Yep, that is the thing that you can do.
Smite farm.
Literally, as long as you claim the smite before you attack, that is the crutch. Claim it before you attack, you can smite anytime. You can smite any attack that you hit. And why would you not, right?
Exact window.
Just remember, this is the key to smite. Call it out before you attack, otherwise it doesn't count. That's just how we have to rule it. Because that's rules as we like to run it. If you don't want to be that strict with it, that's up to you, but that's how we run it.
Yeah.
Level 4, we get a chance between a stat bump or a feat. Do we want to go feat here or a stat bump? We're just going to stat bumps, right?
We're going to stat bump.
Because feat should be an episode of itself.
Yep.
We're going to go stat bump. We have an 18 in intelligence and an 18 in charisma. We can bump that intelligence or charisma? Charisma?
We bumping charisma, of course.
Right. Just making sure.
We're going to keep that 8 though throughout the whole. Hopefully we live that long.
Agreed. And that's all we get at level 4. Let's go ahead and bump it to level 5.
Get extra attackaru.
Mm-hmm. Which just allows you to attack again.
You get to wail on people even harder.
And that's all level 5, right?
You get also your other 2 spells.
Okay, what's the other 2 spells?
The other 2 spells that you get are...
Hold person and Misty Step.
Yeah!
Misty Step!
I Misty Step, slap you in the face.
Misty Step is a spell that allows you to pretty much just glide through the air incredibly fast.
Yeah. Really,
and then basically just drop the hammer.
Drop the action now.
That's how I see Paladin. That's how I see our Paladin right now, just...
Just drop the action now.
Just dropping smiting. So fucking cool. I can see that. Whole person's a great one too.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you kind of already have a whole person built in.
But still, there's nothing wrong with having a spell for
Yeah, once you run out of your Channel Divinity, you just say, I cast whole person.
Stay, please, 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 please.
Please, we love you.
Okay, and then we move on to the next level. And that just gives us, I believe...
I don't think you get anything.
Nothing. Yeah, you don't get anything. Level 7.
You get fancier.
Ooh.
You get Relentless Avenger. Your supernatural focus helps you close off a foe's retreat. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, you can move up to half your speed immediately. After the attack, as a part of this reaction, smooth as a broken opportunity attacks. Yeah. So if this creature is essentially speaking trying to get out of your attack range, you're like, no!
You stay there.
No, they don't technically stay there.
Please don't.
You move half the speed. So I mean, it's decent. You basically just get to halfway follow them.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not the best thing
Not
in the
the
world,
worst thing.
but not the worst thing too.
What about level 7?
Let's see what you have. Yeah, level 7. The authority that is invested in you, in which you speak your vow of enmity, gives you greater power over your foe. But a creature under the effects of your vow of enmity makes an attack. You can use your reaction to make a melee attack against this creature if it is within range. Lots of opportunity attacks. Just bursting people.
Agreed. I just realized. I'm sorry. I got really distracted by the music.
Yeah, you got distracted, bro. Why you get distracted?
But
son?
no, that is strong as well. There's no doubt about it. It is a very. It just adds just more and more power to this Oath of Vengeance, and the more I look at it, the Oath of Vengeance is so strong.
Oh, Ja.
Yeah, if you're looking to play a Paladin and you want to go straight DPS and power, it seems like this is a good option.
And with your with oaths, you each get a unique level 20, which is always an interesting game because not every other class gets that. I think it's the only class that gets that.
It's the only class that does that. Only class that has
Only
that.
freaking
and
class.
And that makes Paladins so freaking cool.
It makes them different. It makes them unique. It separates them from all the other classes in that sense.
People don't play Paladins that often. We are a prime example. We have never played Paladins. But the more and more I look at the Paladin class itself, it's really cool. And it's something we need to try.
Definitely.
Who knows? We might use this character on our future potential one-shot or some shit. Who fucking knows?
You guys don't know. I don't know. We don't know.
We just kind of go with the flow with that stuff.
Yeah.
And just, we'll keep going. Keep going.
Your level 20th, you assume the form of an angelic avenger. That can look like anything to you guys. It's a level 20 ability. I kind of seen that as a form change, almost like literally changing into an angelic version of yourself. And that is anime level
of ridiculous
uniqueness. It's a really cool feature. Using your action, you undergo a transformation. It's literally a transformation built in, and for 1 hour too. Just 1 hour. That's pretty dang good. You sprout wings from your back, and you grant a flying speed of 60 feet.
Why not imagine an ASMR Paladin with just 2 different wings popping out?
Oh, I mean, that would be creepy as all ever.
Almost like I can just only imagine them dragonfly wings.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sort. So cool.
You emanate an aura of menace in a 30-foot radius. The first time an enemy creature enters the aura or starts its turn during this battle, the creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened. And this ends, or ended by you for 1 minute, or until it takes any damage. Attack rolls against a frightened creature have advantage. You use this once before you do a long rest, but that is pretty unique. It's very flavorful, where you're literally channeling your deity at full force and using it to strike justice upon your enemies. It's a really unique thing because it's this emanating aura lasts the whole time. It's an hour. It's just continuous. You just keep going, and for the most part, level 20s, you guys just probably run through a whole bunch of different combats within that hour, and you constantly have this up.
No, that sounds super good. Sounds really, really good.
Sounds good.
Sounds amazing.
Sounds ready.
But that's a unique level 20 ability.
Oh yeah.
We're going to go back to leveling up from where we are, but I went ahead and already leveled up 3 more levels.
What's wrong with
you? Yeah, but I put +2 to strength, which means now she has an 18 strength instead of the feet.
What's wrong with you? And you actually did get something level 6. I didn't realize that. You get Aura of Protection. Starting at level 6, whenever you are a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw. The creature gains a bonus to their saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Good. Yeah, it's pretty good though still.
You have a lot of different things and a lot of different things you can do with this. It does the same thing. You have a lot of different things you can do.
This is infinite
with
too.
this oath.
Yeah,
really, you don't have a limit?
No.
That's dope.
No, you just do it. It doesn't even say. Yeah, this is continuous.
I have my level 3 spells at this point too. So I have haste and protect from energy. Haste is dope.
You get that action surge, basically, free action surge. You smite some more, smite. I'm gonna smite.
Dude, I can see Paladins just being so impactful in battle, it's not even funny.
Oh, job.
Alright, we're going to level 11. Is there anything from 7 to 11 that we're missing?
10.
Alright, go for 10.
You and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you cannot be frightened while you are conscious.
Dope.
There you go.
That's
Both,
dope.
you get a lot of auras. You literally just emanate justice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
The more and more I think about Paladin, it's just something that we've missed out on in our campaigns, and it's something we need to change. So, because that's really cool. That's really cool to me.
Just a friggin' aura that just happens all the time. Level 11. You are suffused with righteous might that all your melee weapons strikes the divine power within them. Whenever you hit a creature, the creature take damage of that 1d8 radiant all the time. If you also use your divine smite with this attack, you add that extra damage to your divine smite. So you literally burst someone down with vengeance.
So much d8s. So much extra
So
D8s.
much damage. You're basically a rogue without sneak attack. You don't even need a sneak attack.
That's really good. It's super strong. Ah, so good, so good. So many good things.
So many cool things that you get, and you get cleansing touch at level 14. At the beginning of level 14, you can use your action to end one spell on yourself or a willing creature that you touch. So if you're just being hypnotized, confused, sodomized, you can end the sodomization by touching yourself.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And you can use this feature an equal amount of times your charisma modifier.
You said 14, right?
Yes, 14th level, and that is all you get fully. You get that fully, but there's a lot of good stuff that all work in tandem with one another. Your auras are incredible, delicious, delectable, insatiable, spontaneous, combustual, flourishing.
What in the hell, man?
Yeah, what do you mean?
The spells, the 4th level spells that we get
I don't understand.
on the
what
Path
you-
of
what you do.
Vengeance are Banishment and
Yeah.
Dimension Door.
Yeah, why is there something? You're really all about the vengeance, bro. You're like, I'm gonna banish you
Get the fuck out!
to another dimension.
Get out! Level 15, yeah, and then that's all there is. You're right. It's just more or less like Paladins are a class that is based off of pure righteous justice. That is how the class is built off of, but
Oh,
you're
so
doing
much
it in
justice.
either the name of your patron or
The name of yourself, bro.
the name of your
You're being selfish. You can be a
You
selfish prick.
it's the power is given to you. It's almost similar power to what a warlock has.
Yeah, if
'Cause
your DM doesn't play, oh, you go Oath of, what is the other one?
Oath of you talking
Fallen-
about Oathbreaker?
Yeah, Oathbreaker. If your DM doesn't play Oathbreaker rule, then you're kind of in the clear to do whatever you please.
Pretty much. And I think that's what we would do if we were playing. Unless they wanted Oathbreaker, I don't think we would really do that unless it's just too much.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're just literally going on a murder spree.
You broke your oath. You're done.
Yeah,
Your powers are cut off, bro.
what's wrong with you?
I mean, like, it would take a lot, though. We deal with a lot of stuff that we just kind of like throw out the window.
Oh yeah.
So that is basically what Paladin is, and we basically added the Path of Vengeance stuff for just flavor and building the character. I think this is a great way of introducing certain characters, and
Yeah.
I think it's something we want to try again.
If you guys want to, take that build, it's all yours. We will not sue you for it.
Honestly,
yet.
we're here. We're here for you.
We're not gonna sue you yet.
It will be up on the actual site for us. Well, not the site, sorry. The actual video, and you can see all the stuff that we were using and the resources. Tetra cube.com/DND. It's amazing. It's great. And then go to the character generator. I promise you, if you need help,
Beautiful.
it's a really good resource for you.
We love you guys. Make sure you drink lots of coffee. It's really healthy for you.
Right? Yeah, he's right. Do
It's exuberantly healthy. It's good
It's really healthy.
It's good for your skin. It's good for your colon. Yeah, you need it. I'm telling you. Oh, what's wrong, dude?
Thank you guys for watching.
Please, tickle my Elmo. Go ahead.